Welcome to a new series on the Create mod. So here I'm going to be with a bunch of different people messing around with the Create mod and a couple other mods, but mostly it's centered around the Create mod. We're using the mod pack Just Create SMP on CurseForge. This server is just going to be with a couple other people, mainly just me and Josh doing videos, so can't be stopped from our other series, but there's also going to be other people too, so you'll see them around at some point. So yeah, the first things to do is actually just chop down trees, get mining, and I'll get back to you once I have a couple of things out of the mines. So I just got out of the mines. Right before recording this clip, I might have fallen and died. But here's what we're... Hold on. Put that in, make it a little more impressive. Here's what we're starting with. I just wanted to do like a quick little start. That way I can just start automating right away and then get to a nice starter base in this first episode to show you guys. I've a couple ideas I want to try out. So we got to get some automation so I can do it a lot faster and don't have to sit around. Okay, so to get my starter base up and running, I need to actually do some quick and dirty things, put some stuff together, and then I'll show you me building it. If you guys want like to learn this along with someone, I think Josh is probably going to be the best fit for you because he doesn't have much experience with this mod pack. I have my own single player world that I've messed around with, and I've watched other people play it, so I have some experience with the Create mod. But if you don't, I'll try to explain stuff myself anyways, but if you want that like fresh look into the mod pack and to learn along with someone, Josh is definitely going to do that a lot better than I am, because I might speed past some things because I want to get into that technical stuff and the automation. So I'm going to sort of speed past some other stuff, and then if you're trying to follow along, you're going to be like, wait, how'd you do that? But I'll try to explain everything. But to start out, the main thing we want in this mod pack is andesite alloy. So andesite alloy is crafted, so we're going to have to start out by crafting, sadly. But I think this is the first thing we're going to want to automate, because if you see, it takes iron nugget or zinc nugget and 2 andesite, so 2 of each. But if we get a mixer, it only takes 1 of each. So yeah, the first thing we want to do is get a basin, which isn't too hard. Again, you just need the andesite alloy, and then a mixer, which we need a press for. And if we need a press, we need this. So I think that's going to be the first thing I do real quick. Okay, so I have a couple things put together here. I want to show you how to get andesite casings. It's pretty simple. That's it. We can now make the press just like that. And to make the next thing, we'll need some power here. So first power is going to be water wheel. You can either put a depot here or just a regular block. And this press is going to go mighty slow because it has no gear ratio. So we gotta wait here for a second. Okay, it just finished. This here, and then we can make this. Okay, very quick, very dirty, but I just want to show you how I did the gear ratios. So I have a big gear to a small gear, so that's gonna, I think it's 24 to 12, so it's gonna double the speed again here. And then we're just switching rotation and then spinning the gear. But now that we got this, so it's not yelling at us, we can add in 45, 45, and then we'll start mixing. It's not going to go fast. This is the minimum speed. But as you can see, we're starting. So it goes down by 1. You can see on the top, down by 1 in each, the andesite and the iron nugget, and then we gain an andesite alloy. So we are saving resources by doing it this way. So with this running now, I can actually start working on my starter base. And the first thing is I got to clear out all this room. But I'll come back to you once I have at least a framework down for the starter base. I just wanted to sort of give you guys an update and show you like what I've been working on. Because I've been working on a few things. Mainly a little setup here. I have a little steam tank, just the smallest it can get, with a little pacifiers under, just to have, I have a mill, mixer, and a mechanical press here. So I also have gotten a cannon here with a schematic in, and as you can see, I have actually started shooting it because I had a bunch of things in here of a building. I still have to clear out a bunch of trees and land, but I just placed a bunch of the blocks I already had that were just full blocks anyways, because I needed to get them out of the chest so I have more room in there, because I have to put a lot of stuff in there. So what am I building? Once it comes together, it'll be a lot easier to tell, but I'm going for a realistic sort of theme to my buildings, at least to start off. I definitely want to do a couple other themes, but to start off, I want to do realistic. So this is actually going to be a train workshop. So we'll have train tracks here. Haven't made those yet, obviously. We'll come in. There'll be like an open door. Most of them will be closed. And I want to have like a bunch of machines in here that I can do a bunch of work on, sort of like mixers and stuff like that that I already have. And I have had to go to the nether because I had to make brass and fill my blaze burner down there. Done that. And then I've done a lot more mining. Speaking of which, I have a minecart contraption. It's a mining drill. Let me just place it down. As you can see, I have a lot. It mines pretty fast, pretty nice. For some reason, so I was in cobblestone the whole time. For some reason, there was diamonds there. I mean, I'm not complaining. Found some geodes, bunch of iron. Went through a abandoned mine shaft. And I did find, so most of this is dripstone. So these blocks are actually dripstone. They're just cut. So I did end up finding dripstone because I was just going to make it myself. And then I realized how slow that was. So I made a mining drill, and then I mined for a while, and then I ran into a dripstone cave. So I'm going to actually head down there because I need to scratch that. Before I head out, I actually need to make a brass funnel so I can drop a bunch of this cobble that I'm picking up. I wanted to sort of talk about sort of where we came from. So we started here. We're building here. Josh lives here. And I actually don't know of anyone else. One of the major blocks that I actually couldn't find, at least that I know of, was limestone. And I used a little bit. I didn't use that much, low-key, but I still used a fair bit and need to find where it was. I was like looking around for it, couldn't find it. Ended up going into spectator mode, running around, trying to find any. I ended up finding some, but it was in like a dark cave I didn't been to. But I did notice it was right next to crimsite. I ended up nicking the corner of a crimsite vein, and so I'm gonna head back down there, see if I can't find where that was, and hopefully be able to find some limestone as well. Okay, I think it's here. So while I'm over here, I'm gonna dig up some more dripstone, and then maybe find some limestone if I'm lucky. Okay, so I'm here where I want to dig up some more dripstone. So I'm gonna drop down a layer take this out. And then oh, there is. I didn't know I could actually see it from out here. Crimsite, I can see the limestone. So I just remember like clipping the edge right here, but no limestone. But I can see limestone down there. So we will actually mine a lot of that. I'll probably get back to you guys once I have everything. It's going to be a big jump, but once I have everything, I'll bring you back once I start that cannon back up. So it's time. I got all this stuff. Just a little FYI. If you want to start out a create server, create single player, whatever, don't use slopes. Don't use the copycat, because it's like a zinc ingot, and each one of these slopes, or one ingot makes 2 slopes. So yeah, I used a lot of zinc, which means I did a lot of mining. I actually ended up getting myself some fortune too because of it. So let me start this up in a second. Let me just show you around. I got this guy, give me experience from my ore. I have to do the auto crafting, whatever they call this, for the wheels. So I had to get these. I have 2 steam engines. I had to do the sturdy sheets. So I had to throw some lava in here and then stamp it a couple times. I had to make railroads. So that's what this was for, because I didn't realize they didn't stack when they were only half built. So yeah, I just have a bunch of things just like jammed right here. That's going. So once this is built, all this is going inside. And obviously I'm going to try to make it look a whole lot better. But I need to get this built first. So here we go. I think I changed the settings to where it will actually dig. We'll have to see when it gets to actually out here. But here's it going. Look at it go. This is 7 layers. It took a lot of layers. I guess that's not that much because I think you get 8 layers from 1 ingot. But still, like if you're just starting out, I would not suggest using a lot of. I would still use it because I love copycat blocks. They just bring the build to life. But don't use too much. This was a lot for a starter build. And I'm gonna probably have to make a zinc farm coming up because I mined for a long time. So I guess we'll wait for this for a second. Okay, I got everything set up. I'll obviously have to do some terraforming out here, but that's in the future. Boom. Here's the inside. So it's a train workshop. Obviously, we're working on trains, but there's been a mishap. This guy has fallen, and I'm just using bearing right here, and it's at 25 degrees, and that lines up with that, and then this lines up with the ground, so it's like kind of perfect. And then we got this guy who is doing fine, getting lowered on to these 2 trolleys. So yeah, this is the start of it. And on the side here, I'm going to have the 4 fans. I might have like a little thing around this to like enclose it. I don't know yet. Kind of looks like a stovetop with these. I just realized. Anyways, so yeah, I'm going to have the fans under these. So one will be water, campfire, lava, and soul flame fire thing. And then I'm going to also have just like the basic stuff that I have out here still. I'm going to collapse all this stuff and then put it on the wall and in the middle. And then, yeah, that's my little starter workshop here. But I love how this looks. I'm going to go into spectator actually just to get a better look at it. And obviously we'll have to do some terraforming around, make things look better. But I think this is a great start, honestly. And then these will have chains linking them. It doesn't have them now. But the chain literally like goes right in through these. It's super nice. I'll have to get the chains in and show you. But yeah, here's the workshop. Okay, so it's been a couple days. I've been working on the inside and, as you can see, the outside a little. I'm just doing the bare minimum tracks, and I think I'm gonna make a train here. And so I need track to the main track, and then also I want to have a train station here. So I connected those two. Once I get more train tracks, I'll actually connect them. And I didn't want to connect it straight to the main one, so I did actually do this one as well. So this one we'll do straight. They'll all connect into this one. Once they're all connected over there, then I'll connect it into the main line. But yeah, I don't have a bunch of connections here to the main line. I just want like one. Okay, so let me sort of show you what I did. But the first little section I have is my XP. So when you grind up ores here, you'll get XP. So I grinded up all my ores that I had. I might be able to grind up some more and show you. So I'll go over this grinder in a minute, but that will make us XP in the meantime. So we have an in pipe here that takes the experience and puts it in the tank. Right now I have 6.42 buckets, or 6,428 mil buckets. And then this actually pulls it out. So if you crank this, you get some XP coming out. It actually comes out pretty fast if you hold it, but yeah, that's my XP tank. Oh, so I guess I can go over this right now. I've renovated this a little. So I put two copycat ladders and then put some, I think it was dripstone to make it look like a little rope ladder. I think it looks really nice, just hanging down. And then I put my bed up here because I needed somewhere to put my bed. And I thought it'd be pretty cool to just have a little rope ladder that I take to get up into there. Let's just throw a whole bunch of nuggets in there. So we throw a whole bunch of nuggets in. It's gonna first fill this guy up, and then it's gonna fill this guy up. So I'm gonna speed that along. So the way this works, I have a chest for slabs that goes onto the belt, and then it slowly comes across, and with every rotation, this comes down. And then you need 2 nuggets, and then to stamp it, and then I have another andesite funnel to put it into here. And around the back of the machine, we have where the nuggets are. And so we take the nuggets out and we take them across this belt, and they go in, and they're always going to go in this one first until it's full, which is right now, and then it will go past and fill this one up. I had to put a block here to make sure they don't pop off if they're both full. I'll probably put another one just to make it look better. And then I just powered everything with a bunch of encased chain drives. But this is because I need a bunch of rails, so I want to have my own thing. This is for stripped logs. So I have a stack of stripped logs to sort of show you what it does. So it pops out the logs here, goes across the saw, and then on drain pipe, or item drains, it can actually just roll normal items across. If it doesn't drain anything, it just keeps rolling. If it does drain, it also keeps rolling. You can also use this like multiple drains in a row, and they'll just keep rolling, but it only goes in a straight line, so you don't always want to use those. Also, belts are faster at their max speed, so. But since I'm not running this warehouse at max speed right now, then this is actually probably faster than a belt would be, and more compact. Okay, next we have a basin full of water with a mixer. I was using this to make my bread. I have a mill behind here as well. Or you can use crushing wheels to grind up the wheat. You put the wheat in here, it grinds it. You put the grind wheat into here, it makes dough, and then you can cook it on my cooker over there that I have the kelp on, and you can make bread. So I just wanted to do this to make it easier. Also, there's other recipes that use um, water, so that will make it easier in the future when I need to make those recipes. Then I have a regular dry basin that's also has the ability to be heated, but also it's not heated right now. And then we come to our big one, the crushing wheels. So if I just want a single crush, like I did before with the copper, I just throw it in there. There's our experience. I'll show you that in a second. But let's say I want sand. You put cobblestone in here, crushes it into gravel, goes through, crushes it into sand, and it pops out here. So gravel, you can put cobblestone in here, and then you get gravel, or you can put cobblestone in here and get sand. So there's other things that need double crushing, but that was just one example, and it works really nicely. Then we just have like a little workstation here, and then we got our sort of presses and activated or deployers. So we have one with a depot stamp, and then one with a basin. I don't know if I'll ever actually use this. I think most of the ones that you use this for are like item blocks. But back here we have a drain that, as you can see, I put lava in. I was making sturdy casings, so you put crushed obsidian in here, and then it spouts, making like part of the sturdy casing. And then you put that on here, stamps it twice, and it completes the sturdy casing. So this was just to help me with that, but also other things in the future will probably need this. So it has the ability to fill it with other liquids, and I'd have to drain this out, but that'd be easy. And that is pretty much it for up here. I guess I did put this. This is powered. It's super low power, so it's not draining all my stress units. And it's kind of like awkward to use. So I might end up moving that in the future, but for now it's right here. Just to show you the nuggets of experience. You just throw them on there. They grind up and get put in the tank. And it's pretty fast, even though the grinding wheels aren't even going that fast. It could be faster. I just have it hooked up to this machine, which is moving remarkably slow. I might see if I can put some gear ratios to get this moving a little faster. But for now, this is how fast it's going. And then to power all of this, I actually just have a little secret hatch. It's a copycat trapdoor, so it blends in with the floor. You don't know it's even there. And the reason I did that is because it's kind of a mess down here. Bunch of gear ratios and spinning shafts everywhere. So I have 5 different engines down here getting power to the main rod here that powers everything. They're all on the smallest size, which is why I have 5 of them. But that's the biggest size you can do with just campfires. And I don't have lava set up, so I don't want to deal with that right now. So I just have small ones because they're the easiest to set up. Okay, so the next thing we're going to work on is actually probably this train. And I want to actually bring you guys along this time and actually show you how I'm going to build it. Okay, we have a quick change of plans here. These are now going inside because I just checked real quick to double check that my design would work. I think that's no, that's not right. There we go, I got it fixed. Anyways, what I was saying before, I checked in Creative World on my design, and if it's actually a train, then it won't work. Because you have to use a mob on it or a blaze burner to run the stock ticker, and if it's on a train, it thinks you want it to be a conductor, so it just keeps telling you that it has to be in front of a control panel. Would be really cool though if it did work, but it doesn't. So we're gonna pivot. I might add a portable storage interface later, depending on what I want to do with it. That I can like just have a train that comes up and then it just drops off stuff into it. But for now, this is it. So I want to make it look like a storage container. We'll start with 32. So we want to come out 1, 2. And I can just work around, because I don't actually have to glue this, which is going to help to disguise it. So 8 times 9 is 72. So let's start getting some stamps going, because we need 72 volts. Okay. So the volts are going to go in here. We then want copycat. I do have more zinc in here, so let's get that going too. Let's just get a stack of those for now. So I know on this outside we're gonna have this be an open, nope, be like an open door. Just gonna throw that right there. And throw these in here. So we're gonna use these as the sides and doors. So yeah, there's one door that's open. I might add half layers, because technically the center would be here. So we're gonna have layer, do that. And then we do that. So that looks like the side of a container is what I'm sort of going for. We're gonna have to pop these off. Sorry. Because we need layers here. Do that. We need to switch this out for more. Give me those. And put them inside. I might even do this. Yeah, I think I might do this. How does this look? I don't like the solid line. I like the other way. So it looks like, you know, where the seams meet up. If you've ever seen a storage container. 3. Got some real parkour now to get up here. Okay. We got everything. We got the back all situated, sort of, I guess. Probably want a roof. 1, 2, 3. We'll do this, so that the ribs sort of match up and go all the way around. Okay. So now we want to make a bunch of vaults. Specifically 72. Okay. So 64. We can get started. We need another 16 of these. While those are doing that, I can jump up here and just start. 1, 2, 3. Boom. So we need our last 8 here. And then we need more stuff. So we need an item hatch. That's easy enough. Okay, I can do that right now. Item hat. Oh, there it is. Hatch. We'll make the rest of the vaults. And then we'll stick the item hatch on. So I'm going to have the item hatch here, so we can put our stuff in. We're going to have the stock ticker here, or blaze. We want the blaze burner here, stock ticker there. So let's make the stock ticker because it's going to be hidden. So for a stock ticker, this is what you need. And I actually need 2 stock links. I need 2 of these. I need 2 more volts. 2 of these. Let's just grab those. Let's do this. Got the transmitters. 2 volts, 2 transmitters, 2 stock links. So now we can make the stock ticker. Just throw that in there. But I need the packager first. Cardboard. Packager. So, we place the packager first. Put a stock ticker on it. Or a stock link. We put those together. So now all we need is a blaze burner. Okay, I got the blaze burner. And I brought back 2 spawners. Okay, so I filled this in. Hopefully this is enough to get it to spawn. I don't even need it to spawn. What am I saying? I just do that. Turn it back off. Just stick with this. Okay. Yes. It works. Okay, so I'm going to throw a whole bunch of stuff in there. I guess I can just throw this stuff in there. Okay, so a bunch of random stuff in there. As you can see, it's right here. Super cool. Let's say, oh, I need 64 dirt because to fill in outside. We hit send, request, and then we just right click on that, grab the package, open it, we get 64. Super simple. This is going to be my storage. That being said, I actually need to finish decorating it. But yeah, I'll finish this off. And then we have, well, we already have our storage system actually. Okay, so let's say you're in here. You're like, ooh, I need some redstone. I need some rails, mechanical belts, and gears. Hit send. Only 1 package. Boom. All the stuff I just asked for, all in one thing. So this is about to be life-changing. I'm gonna get rid of all my chests now. Okay, so I pretty much got everything. I learned something. So here's my inventory. If I shift right click, nothing on my hotbar changes, but my whole inside of my inventory disappears. So that sped it up a lot. And that's it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I think we have a good start. Nice storage. We got a basic workshop here with some other stuff that you don't really need. And we have a good start, I think. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.